ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improved, but you ain't even.
Hey guys, it's Tiana Miley. For those who don't know, and for those who do know, welcome back. So, I know you guys can tell by the title of the video, I will be explaining why, how, and when I got harassed and stalked by Nikita Turner. So, I'm gonna just start the part one off by kind of explaining how we met, the dynamics before everything fell apart, really. Me and Pierre met in summer 2022. Yes, summer 2022. And when I tell you, when we met and locked in, like we never separated after that, right? Call it love at first sight. But so everything was going good. We were based in Killeen at the time. So everything's going great in our relationship. I was at the time made aware that he did have a business partner, Nikita Turner. Everything was cool. I was cool with it. I'm not necessarily the type of female to really trip over things like that unless you give me a reason to trip over, right? So, just like a fast forward a little bit into February of 2023, we both came down to Houston to meet her. I tagged along. I'd also met her. I also met her boyfriend that same day as well. We, went out. They had a business meeting later that night. We went out and just enjoyed the night, the four of us, right? Me, Pierre, Nikita, and her man. So, everything's pretty good. We go back home, everything's good. And then it comes to time to move to Houston, right? We were relocating to Houston. We did that February 2023. Right. Was that the same month that we met her? I think so. No, anyways. We moved to Houston February 2023. Well, beginning of March, right? That was cool as well. I got to meet another one of his business partners, BR. So we had a lot of times where we off for went out, or we would off for go out to get food. We almost went to the fair, but it was closing, we were too late. So me, BR, Turner, and Nikita. So it's not like we just came out of nowhere and we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know each other. We didn't really conversate much. I didn't really conversate with neither one of them. I'm a timid, shy person. When I meet new people, majority of the time, I don't really speak unless spoken to. I just like to peek my scene, get to know somebody off of them interacting with somebody else and seeing if I feel them or not, or whatever. At the time, that's what I was doing. So BR was cool, he was cool, he was talkative, he would talk to me, and Nikita was more on the quiet side, like, we would be like, hey, she'd be like, hey, Tiana, hey, and we'll just keep it pushing. Like I said, I don't really speak unless spoken to because I'm really just trying to fill people out. So we had a couple of those trips. We had a couple of those link-ups, let me call it that. We had a couple of those link-ups and it was cool. So I guess let me start getting into a little bit of the juicy part. So Pierre starts letting me in on a couple information. I'm not gonna say it all, but a couple information about Nikita, right? Because they became close and they told each other not everything, but they told each other everything. Not everything, but everything. You know what I'm saying? So there was plenty of times where Nikita would be letting him in on what she was doing and with who and etc. So there was times where he would let me know, like, hey, you know that chain that she has, that Miss Turner chain, she got it from, I'm not gonna say no names, she got it from a man that she was messing with before her current boyfriend. And it's just crazy how she's still wearing it, she's still flaunting it, a chain that another man gave you in your different relationship, you know? So there was conversations about that. There was conversations about how she's still trying to talk to the man that gave her that chain, basically, and how she's still trying to entertain him and still trying to have him, you know, near, in arm's reach. Let me just say that. So that was one thing that I noticed that was pretty odd, that started to make me feel uncomfortable with their partnership. Obviously, no female wants to, coming from a female's perspective, it just wasn't starting to look right when there's two opposite sex doing business and the other one is entertaining men. Here's another story. The Lil Wayne concert that she was brought to and brought backstage to, that happened because of a, let's say, trick, because that's what these men are. They're tricks. That's what these men are. So I'm gonna just call it that. Call it what it is, these tricks. So she had a trick that got her to that backstage Lil Wayne concert that she flaunts around. That is the same man that have took her on shopping sprees, have paid for her nails, have took her out to dinner, all these extra things that you wouldn't normally be doing for a woman that you're not necessarily dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I hope you are. So it's just kind of odd, you know, because you're in a relationship, you're in a solid relationship. Your man just lost his job. He is now Ubering late nights, and that's why you were able to go to that late night concert without him knowing. So it's just things like that that makes me a little like I don't necessarily feel comfortable with you around my man, because I'm not sure if you have enough boundaries to not take it that far with my man. Because obviously you don't have enough boundaries in general, or in your relationship you don't have enough boundaries, and that's why you are putting a little out for these men to grab your hand and try to swindle you and get you what you want. Basically, so you're just getting what you want out of these men while your man is at home struggling to pay bills because he just lost his current job and now he is Ubering. So I'm not gonna go too much. It was just kind of stories like that that just started to make me a little uneasy, and I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit. So I've heard plenty of those stories. I know plenty of those stories. And what added on to it is that she was keeping money until he would ask for it. So for example, a customer would be like, hey, like, I don't understand what's going on. You know, hey, I paid. Has my process been started yet? Et cetera, et cetera. And he would be confused, like, who are you? Like, what's your name? Like, who did you come through Nikita? I'm confused, you know? So he would hit up Nikita and be like, you know, hey, did this person pay for their work to be done, for their credit to be done? And she would be like, oh yeah, here's the money, da 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 da. So that's kind of sketchy in business, because why are you withholding money until somebody is asking for it when you know that's not what you're supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? When you get the money, you split it and you send it because you're in a partnership. There should be no reason why you are withholding money. It should be no reason why clients are coming up to Pierre like, hey, you know, I've signed up with Nikita and I haven't had any work done and da 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 da. So she's basically scamming a little bit, let's call it that. So once he starts noticing that, he brings it to my attention and he's like, hey, you know, I'm starting to feel a little iffy about this. And I tell him to go with his gut. You know, I'm already having in my head that I'm also uncomfortable with this too. So I'm just letting him know, hey, go with your gut and we'll roll with it, you know? So that's what he does. He ends up calling her and he ends up breaking off the business and whatnot. After he breaks up the business and he sees his communication, she is then blowing up his phone. And when I tell you blowing up his phone, I'm sorry, I have my iPad so I can start pulling up receipts. When I tell you blowing up his phone, and meanwhile, this is still all making me uncomfortable. By this time, I'm like, you know, like I wouldn't even answer those calls because this is just too much for me. I have anxiety. This is not what I'm used to, and I can tell it was starting to get sticky. So if you can't see, it will also pop up on the side. No caller ID, no caller ID, no caller ID, no caller ID. Okay, so you get the picture. Blowing up the phone. Blowing up the phone to where when we actually woke up from our nap and we went to go get a late night snack, we could not listen to not one song because she kept blowing up the phone from no caller ID. So, I don't know if you're aware or if you were there while this was happening and watched both sides, but eventually she had put a recording out of me answering the phone, basically telling her to stop. So yeah, she had went on live basically trying to put out to her followers that this is why me and Pierre aren't doing business, and she was playing a recording of me answering her phone call after blowing us up for so much, basically telling her to stop calling us, to leave us alone. He doesn't want to do business anymore. You're sketchy. You know, it is what it is. He's made the decision. He doesn't want to do business anymore. Stop calling, please. Like, stop calling. Because at this point, it's getting excessive. It's getting too much. It's just too much. Just respect his choice and move forward with what you have going on. That happens, and the next day I find out that they were fucking with each other basically emotionally. They were basically in an emotional relationship, I would say. I got cheated on emotionally. I found the messages and it just showed me what I needed to see. You know, I was disappointed, I was hurt, I was upset, I was all of the above if you were to find out that your partner cheated on you. I was kind of depressed for the next 2 days, and then I woke up and was like, you know, it's not fair that he doesn't know what's going on. He, as in Nikita's boyfriend. I feel like if the roles were switched, I would want somebody to let me know what's going on. It's not fair that we were both in the dark, so I decided to let him know. I also have those messages here, it'll pop up. That went pretty okay, boom. So eventually I find out that she was trying to call me through Instagram because we don't follow each other. It didn't go through, and it went into the requested box, basically. So it went into the requested box, but by the time that I saw it, we already ran into each other. Okay, so boom, this is us running into each other. this is basically how it goes. We woke up. He asked me if I can go help him pick up a car rental. I agreed. You know, it wasn't far. And so we went to go pick it up. We came back 20 minutes max. 20 minutes max. So the fact that she went on the podcast, I'm gonna try to put a clip here. If not,
old man fool you. What happened to you?
I'll share my story, but I'm not dropping no names or nothing.
Okay, you ain't
like
gotta
that.
say the name.
I was unfortunately set up and attacked by some people.
Yes.
But that's pretty much the story.
All right.
So, yeah.
Was they trying to kill you though?
I wouldn't say they were trying to kill me. It was, I feel like, couldn't even tell you the reason. But
okay.
Long story short, I was minding my business and they just popped out the bushes.
By your house?
No, it was actually at my Airbnb location.
Okay.
So it was like I was just there checking on my Airbnb.
Right.
Ran my mile on my way home. And
so they had been watching you?
Yeah, they were sitting in their car watching me.
Yeah, they was watching. So you don't know them?
I do know them.
Oh, you do know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is your husband or boyfriend associated with all this mix?
So it's funny because my boyfriend was with me at the time. He just so happened, because they were watching me, so he just so happened to have went to the restroom at that very moment. So they caught me this happened within 2-3 minutes. Like,
wow.
Yeah, the fact that she went on to a podcast with, I believe, TK Kirkland, I'm not sure, but she was trying to put this picture out again, explaining to him that we followed her and we set her up and we jumped her or we fought her or whatever, which wasn't the case. We lived there. You know, your Airbnb is at the same spot of ours as our apartment, so it was bound for us to run into each other. It wasn't like I was following you around or anything crazy. So she eventually comes out of the leasing office because that's where she was. She was not working out. We were gone 20 minutes max, and when we left, your car wasn't there. When we came back, it was there. So I guarantee you that you weren't working out, running your mile that you claimed that you were doing in there, trying to make it seem like you're just this innocent thing, you know? So I get out of the car and I'm like, hey Turner, can we have a conversation? I told Pierre to stay in the car and whatnot. So we ended up having a little conversation. It gets messy. It starts off by me basically confronting her, you know, hey, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Like, you're fucking with Pierre? Like, I don't understand. And she's just like, no, I don't want your faggot boyfriend. And he's lying and da-da-da-da, just being aggressive. Starting off being aggressive. I'm not that type of person. You know, I have anxiety. I don't like to do that aggression stuff. I wish we would have just had a civil conversation. I'm just not with the physical contact. Obviously, I'm a pretty female. I don't fight. I don't want to fight. That just bothered me. That part just bothers me. And I'm just explaining to her, you know, I saw the messages. Why would a man say that he's cheating and he's in a relationship and he's not cheating? It's not making any sense. She just gets more mad and gets more aggressive. So we ended up having a mutual combat. We both were fighting. Once that was over, me and Pierre thought it would be best to exit the premises, to leave the premises so that it can de-escalate and no more violence can happen, basically trying to minimize the violence that already unfortunately happened. Now, I would say not even 15 minutes after we leave, I'm getting messages in my inbox on my Instagram basically saying like, yeah, your weak ass punches and da 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 da. So I'm gonna read it as it pops up. It says, weak ass punches, hope your little heart feel better. I'd be mad too if I was a weak stripper with no emotion. Nikita Turner. Okay, just wanted to clarify that. So I choose to not reply to that, as you saw, because again, I was not trying to further what already occurred. So she then goes to go online, and she's going on live and like We set her up, we beat her up. We beat her up, as in me and Pierre both set her up and beat her up, which is not the case. Pierre did not touch that girl at all. I don't play those games at all. So yeah, we're just not even gonna get too much into that because she was just trying to paint this picture. And it's like, it's crazy because it's like you're trying to throw something and hide your hand and go to the internet and try to make it seem like you're not the aggressor. You're not doing these weird, crazy things. Like, people are just out to get you for no reason. I don't know what that was about, but I didn't really appreciate that. We don't respond. We didn't want to bring it to the internet in the first place because, for one, it's embarrassing. And for two, why I don't, that was I can agree is one of my weakest points. Why would I want that out in the world, or a plaster on it, or be like, yeah, I beat her up and da 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 da. Now, that's not going to come unless I feel like you keep pressing and keep pressing and keep pressing and keep pressing, which it came to that eventually. We're going to get there. But so she goes to live again, basically accusing us of hacking her. I don't even know what it was, but she was accusing us of hacking her stuff. I'm trying to find the video, basically, of her going on live, trying to make it seem like we just
bro, like I
did all the crazy stuff.
At what point, bro? Like I didn't get attacked because of Pierre. I got attacked because she's just a crazy, weird stripper. Pierre was never allowed to come outside or hang out with us because he had to go home to his girl. That's the type of dynamic that they have. Just basically what happened, the couple that is pinned, they're the ones that basically set me up and beat me up yesterday. And then today, I'm thinking it's over with, but basically, like I said, y'all, they're facing some really big consequences for what they did. And they cannot handle the consequences that are coming to them. So, they hacked my email and deleted everything. They hacked my email, they're interfering with my business.
And then she gets off, right? She gets off because her man in the background is like, stop going to the internet and get off. Okay, I just want to address a couple things in that video. Again, me and Pierre did not set her up and beat her up. I don't know about what consequences she was talking about. I'm still clueless to this day. It was just unnecessary. The fake crying, the fake sniffling, the fake the fake coughing. It's like, it's clear that she was just trying to put, and then deep down why that altercation even happened, and for you to go on there and be like, you didn't get beat up because of Pierre, you got beat up because I'm just a crazy stripper. Like, that's just insane. She was definitely trying to play the victim card hard, which worked out for her because, like I said, we didn't want to go out to the internet with it, and she did. So she got she grabbed the handle first, basically, trying to put out that she was the victim. After that live, she goes and proceeds to continue to tell people, hey, I got beat up, da 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 da. So she then goes and makes a fake number, here's where the fake number starts. She makes a fake number, a 442 number, and says, probably best if you and your girl just leave the city I brought you to. Everybody's gonna be looking for y'all. I'm not sleeping until y'all are in jail at the very least. Enjoy your run. Enjoy your life on the run, pussy nigga. The messages also that she sent with that was a screenshot of her and another individual I will not be disclosing. And he's basically asking, what happened to you? She's like, a hater bitch attacked me and her man helped her set me up. He's like, where at? And we didn't show that part for the rest of but we were able to click it. This is just a screenshot. We were able to click it and it went to say, they are at such and such apartments and they are on such and such street, basically giving them our location for them to pull up and harm us in any way. So that's bizarre. That's too far. That's crazy. That's out of this world. That was definitely a little more excessive. To try and have people come after us and actually harm us is crazy. So while that is happening, she purposely stays in her Airbnb to basically watch us, to basically try to run into us in any way possible, so that she can call the police. Now, as far as the police were called. The police were called. I will be showing that clip as well, but I will be blurring out the officer because obviously I don't want him into that or whatever, you know. This is the video. Sorry. This is the video of her and her man coming to the apartment with the police. So yes, indeed, the police were called. I don't know why the volume isn't up. Oh. Let me rewind that. So that was the clip of her coming to the, I'm sorry, her coming to our door with the police. We also went to the police department and we went there to go file our report, and we did in fact try to get a restraining order against her, but obviously it didn't work. Apparently you have to have more life-threatening situations happen in order for them to proceed with it. It has to be approved by a judge, and that's somewhat of the process. So after we went to go file, we stayed out a little bit more, and as we stayed out a little bit more, she definitely was messaging us. She definitely was messaging us, impersonating the Houston police, and I will show you some of that right now. So it's from a 713 number. 713, this is the number. It will be popping up clear on the side so you can read as I go. It says, this message is for Hondal Pierre. This is Houston Police Department informing you that you have a restraining order placed against you. You are not to return to blank apartments or within 6 feet of Nikita Yolanda Turner. Immediate arrest will occur if you fail to abide. Houston Police Department. Now we did message back and we said, I live at blank apartments. I filed my side of the story also, and I want a restraining order as well because I am being harassed. I will go through proper channels, haven't even been to court yet for a judicial hearing. She then proceeds to reply, I'm sorry. A judicial hearing is not needed for a restraining order. It is to protect the victim. A police report is needed to file a restraining order. In this case, the victim was physically assaulted on the premises and sent to the hospital in what was an unprovoked attack We have multiple witnesses. This is a very serious matter, and the restraining order will remain in effect to protect the victim. Contact Houston Police Department official line to file a police report if any crime to you was committed. We said already filed. She says the detective in charge of your case will be in contact with you. However, it does not change the status of the current restraining order placed upon you and the accomplice. Thank you. So I just want to let it be clear. The next day, we went to the police department and we showed them these messages, and they in fact did tell us that these are fake messages. This is not real messages from the Houston Police Department. Oh my God. So I don't know how far she thought she was gonna get with that, but I don't know. I did just think it's wild to be impersonating the police. So there are other fake numbers that, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. There are other fake numbers that pop up, but they don't come until probably part 2, part 3 of this video. So, you know, don't miss out on those as well. If you watch this one, make sure to watch the other 2. So as this is happening, we get the idea to just go live, we made a hard decision to go live and actually address the truth, you know, because if you're going to put something out there, you might as well put the truth out there. That's the least you can do if you're gonna put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to put it out there. I'm so sorry. This could have been on the DL. Nobody really didn't have to know anything about the altercation or why the altercation was caused, because I'm pretty sure every time somebody asked you, why did this happen, you just claim to have no clue on why it happened. So I'm pretty sure that was probably the reason why. And I would think that it would just be a bad look on her. That's probably the reason why she didn't tell the truth, is what I'm trying to say. So we make a post about going on live. If you guys follow Pierre since the summertime, then you probably have seen it. But we basically went on live just saying, hey, I was cheating on her with my girl. I was cheating on my girl with her, and that's basically what it is, and that's what's going on. We're not hiding, we're not running. This girl still has not left us alone. It's just way too much. So she finds out, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. So she finds out, and she basically messages us again saying, from a 689 number this time. And again, it will pop up so you can read along the way. It says, keep in mind, you already have a restraining order against you. Any mention of my name is not in your best interest. Also, any man defending abuse against women isn't a good look. No reason for an unprovoked attack at all. But either way, it works in my favor. Enjoy your day. I got my people ready to record the whole thing. So, yes, this is basically her trying to intimidate us into not going on live with the truth, because she didn't want people knowing that she is also in a relationship and she's messing with somebody else's man. She's also cheating on her boyfriend. I don't know why she keeps saying unprovoked attacks. I guess she was trying her best to make herself look innocent, but it was definitely a mutual fight, a mutual combat fight. It wasn't just one person fighting. It wasn't just, it came from both. You know, it was very mutual. So I don't know where the unprovoked attack is coming from. And there was no abuse against any women. If we're both fighting, if we are both fighting each other, I hardly see that as abuse. I see it as a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bullying you. I just wasn't doing what she was trying to make it seem like I was doing. It was very mutual. So I don't know, but it didn't work, obviously, because we proceeded to go on live and tell the truth. I really don't have much to say about that. It's just the lengths that she was going after this altercation. It's like she was living for it. It's like it was exciting her life, and I really just wanted it to end. I no longer wanted to be harassed. I didn't want this situation to get any further. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything for part 1. If I didn't, I'm about to make sure right now, and I will be showing any screenshots or any videos playing that I have, if I have missed. Just 1 second. Okay, so I did miss 1 or 2 things. Here is the call that she made, accusing us of hacking her, I don't know, whatever.
Hello? You hacked my Calendly and my Gmail?
Now you're harassing me. That, what?
Pierre, really?
Okay, yeah, don't call me. There's a restraining order in place, so you shouldn't be in contact with me.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
If you have a restraining order against us, which you have claimed through impersonating the police, why would you call us? Why are you still continuing to contact us? Why? I'm genuinely confused. I'm genuinely concerned. I don't even understand why this went on for so long. It was dragged out for so long. I'm not sure, but baby, it's not even the most interesting part. It gets crazier than this. This girl gets crazier than this. Oh my goodness. Okay, but this is also what she texted us from a 661 number. I hope you're keeping track of how many fake numbers this girl has made so far. I will be reading that as it pops up on the side. It says, good try. I have receipts of you hacking all of my accounts, which have all been recovered. Thanks. Google has this thing that pinpoints the location and IP address. Police will be informed of this continued harassment. Thanks for the receipt of your girl admitting she fought me via her IG story as well. Also, cute photo you shared with your girl. I hope y'all enjoy that on the run live. Thanks for that too. Might want to check out that hotel of yours. So we respond with, this harassment needs to stop. You're delusional. Yes. We responded to this fake number because you need to stop. I don't understand why you keep going. And so let me address a couple things in this text message. Nothing was recovered. I mean, her accounts may have been recovered, but the as far as the pinpointing the location and IP address, we didn't do it. So I don't understand what you have pointing to us, because we didn't do it. And I think it's kind of funny that she's mentioning harassment, because that's what you're doing. We have not went out of our way to contact you, not once. since the altercation. We were hoping you would do the same. But obviously that's not what happened. She keeps reaching out to us through different things. Through different numbers. I had, on July 20th, I had posted pictures of me and Pierre, and she commented, because she was also watching my page as well. She commented it under it, and she was like, living in the car. I still have the messages. I still have our messages. She was saying, y'all are living in your car, bro. Y'all lost. And I was saying, what makes you think we got evicted? I'm confused, because she was trying to evict us. She was trying to evict us from our apartment. You don't even live there. I don't even know why you would want to evict us from our apartment, and you don't even live there. But as I said, I'm confused. LOL, she says, enjoy being on the run. And I said, I don't understand why you want to kill us, because why are you having people come after us to harm us? And she goes to say, basically, like, I'm not even gonna entertain that. And I'm like, but you're sending people after us, is that a lie? And she's like, yep, that's not my phone number. Y'all are creating text-free numbers. I kid you not. That's not my phone number. Y'all are creating text-free numbers. I see that as you are telling us what you're doing. You know, like, you're kind of snitching on yourself, because anyways, I said, oh, what a coincidence. Who are we on the run from? You? ? And she's like, from the police, duh. You can't even come back if you wanted to. Handcuffs are waiting for you with one phone call. And I said, I was saying, girl, that's already handled. In reality, you would go to jail too. You know that, right? Because it was a mutual combat. Yeah, when it's mutual combats, if the police pull up and you guys, basically if nothing is resolved and you guys are still fighting, they arrest both of you guys. It's not just one person that they arrest both parties. So that would have happened if I stayed, basically. We both would have got arrested. And I'm still pretty for jail. But she was like, okay, that's fine. Y'all know I didn't do shit. I'm at the apartments, y'all not. Meanwhile, we are at the apartments, because where else are we gonna go? She was like, oh, I said, basically, I was like, we could be cell buddies, because that's what's gonna happen. And she was like, whatever makes you feel better, sweetie. I hope y'all sleep good tonight. And I was like, we definitely are home. Oh, so she was so convinced we were at a hotel. So convinced. I said, hope y'all, I'm sorry. She said, hope y'all sleep good tonight on that hotel bed. And I said, we definitely are at home, but okay, miss. And she was like, okay, thanks. Let me call the police. We're pulling up right now. All I said was perfect. Yes, it was the same day. She later comes back and she likes the perfect. And then like 20 minutes later, 6:39 and 6:57, she came back and she was like, your nigga wishes you were like me. He even told you to your face. Delusional laughing face emoji. And that's why you're mad. You look stupid as fuck. All you do is suck blank good and ruin his life, from what I'm told. I told her to leave me alone. I said, you're mad, little girl, leave me alone. That's what I said. So she blocks me. Okay, cool. I'm thinking like it's done. It is done. It's not done. I'm telling you, it's far from not done, but I cannot go any further into the messages, because then it'll be going into part 2. So if you want to know more, I'm pretty sure you do. Don't miss out on the next video, and don't miss out on the video after that. This is going to conclude this video. I'm going to be recording the next video next. And if you have liked it so far, or if you've made it this far, give it a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and comment as well. And while you're here, subscribe. And I'm gonna just go into the next video. So I'll see you in the next video, and have a great night. Bye.